Hi there, and a very warm welcome. I'm Shane Spears, and it's my pleasure to be your host for this Summit Scale sponsored 5-day, or I could say 5-hour business scaling challenge. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a business scaling strategist and accomplished leader with SME, mid-sized and FTSE 250 company experience. My career track record was dominated by leading and scaling 7, 8 and 9-figure rapid growth companies. My roles have included CEO of a 25 million group providing services to central and local government, and managing director of a 240 million business unit responsible for leading a team of over 1,000 people operating in 135 sites in 23 cities. One of my greatest successes included being part of a leadership team that grew a real estate business 2,000% from SME to FTSE 250 in 8 years. My business growth work has spanned different industries, including amongst others agriculture, care, energy, arts, professional services, construction, real estate and manufacturing. And this is not to impress you about me, but to underline that what you're about to go through is the product of literally 2.5 decades of hands-on experience of business building. So enough about me, let's get into the challenge. What the challenge consists of is a 10-minute training video each day over 5 consecutive days, and at the end of each of the videos there is one action item. So it's a total time of 5 hours over the 5 days, including the training video and action items. And the challenge is to create the clarity, embed the structure and cultivate the environment you need for your organization to begin to deliver consistent results and scalable growth. So that's it. That's the 5-hour challenge. So a couple of logistical items before we kick off. First of all, do block out the same time every day to complete the training videos. That will get you into a routine. And note that you will receive an email a day for the 5 days with the links to go with and view the training. And don't mix recipes. In other words, don't take a bit from this and a bit from somewhere else. You're really better to just take a break from all other trainings over the 5 days and just focus on my step-by-step methodology in order to maximize your success. Now, there are plenty of support resources for you during this 5-day challenge. You can always go to facebook.com and search for Summit Scale Group and make a contact request to join the group there. And you can get the Summit Scale Guide. Go to www.summitleader.com. And there is a bunch of free resources on the Summit website at the free resources page, including the free Summit Scale model. That's an interactive model. There's an on-demand webinar, and there's also a very, very popular diagnostic tool which analyzes your current state of readiness for scaling and growth and gives you a set of prioritized next step recommendations and resources to start scaling your business. And all of that is completely free. Now, I just want to say at this point, a lot of people who complete this challenge think that they have a business growth problem. They think that they just need more sales and more revenue. And the surprising revelation is that they don't have a business growth problem. What in fact they have is a business growth model problem. They don't have a model to scale their business for growth. Because if you think you have a business growth problem, then what happens is you operate your business like you always have. And we know that what worked in the past is very unlikely to be what's going to get you to the next level in the future. Each stage of business growth has its own set of problems you must solve before you can move on to the next level of revenue. You keep cranking the sales handle, but you're not really growing or moving forward at the pace you want to because you actually haven't solved the problem. That is, you're not scaling your organization in the places that you need to or in the right way. And that's why at Summit Scale, what we encourage you to do is find a business growth model, preferably a business model that's going to leap you from one revenue peak to another. And that's why we use an 8-figure business growth model to scale and speed the growth of 7-figure businesses. So, first off today, we're going to look at clarifying your vision. What's the long-term goal for your business? Day 2, your plan. What are the immediate priorities to make that vision a reality? Day 3, your pulse, embedding a rhythm of meetings into your business to bring focus and alignment. Day 4, your team. That's a big day, putting the right people on the right seats to reach the next level. And Day 5, your culture, cultivating the environment in your organization to enable it to grow. Now, that is our agenda. Now, each module is designed to be very short, very practical, and very straightforward, but it is also designed to be very powerful and effective for you to experience, creating the clarity, embedding the structure, and cultivating the environment needed to deliver consistent results and scalable growth. So here we are in the Summit Scale model. Let me start my clock. The 3-driver 10-part model that you can download for free by going to www.summitleader.com, and you will see this and the Summit Scale guide and so on. So we're at 1 o'clock, purpose, which is part of the vision driver. So clarifying your vision is the first building block of strategic planning. Getting the vision out of the leader's head and onto paper is the first step of sharing it with your organization. And I tend to identify setting strategy in 2 parts, strategic thinking and strategic planning. Strategic thinking tends to be a lot harder than the planning. The process gets you to step back from your business and address 3 simple questions. Where are we now? Where are we going? And how will we succeed in getting there? And addressing these 3 questions is the strategic thinking piece. And with a clear long-term vision in place, you're ready to establish short-term priorities, which is the planning piece, and that can contribute to you achieving your vision. Purpose. This is still often the piece of the strategic planning process that gets businesses confused. Many people think that purpose is all about ethereal, fluffy stuff of little relevance to the business, or resist it because it's something seen as corporate. However, a business without clarity about its purpose, vision, and values is like a ship sailing without a compass. These things tell you and your people what you stand for, where you're headed, and what you believe in. And there are really 3 critical questions to be addressed. What does your business actually do and why? What's your vision of the future? And what are your shared values as an organization? How do we behave around here? And for clarity and context, here are some key components of a strategic plan. The reason these elements are important is because they layer and work to guide the rest of your plan. Core values, what you will or won't do to get what you want, ideally 3 to 7 timeless company principles, fundamental beliefs or philosophies. They define your company's culture and who you are as people, and they are the first step to forming your vision. Purpose, what you do and why. So it's rooted in the action your business takes and the reasoning behind it. And while your core values and purpose are already present in your organization, therefore capturing these is more a process of discovery, your 10-year vision will be different. Vision is more a process of decision and agreement on a long-term motivational goal or target. It's where you're going, what your company aspires to be, normally in a time frame of 10 years. Strategy, how you intend to succeed, is a set of intentional decisions to give your company the best chance to thrive and differentiate from your competitors. And it includes what courses of action you intend to take, typically over the next 1 to 5 years, to achieve the long-term goals and objectives of the organization. And when done right, your core values, purpose, and vision statements and goals should all tie into each other. The trick is understanding how each of these parts differs and then finding a way to tie them together. So in summary, why is purpose, vision, and core values so important? Because your purpose and core values are the first step to gaining clarity and forming your vision. They define your company's culture and who you are as people, and your culture defines your brand, how your customers experience the interaction with your company, and because they help you attract the best people. And unfortunately, most organizations have not defined their purpose, vision, and core values, and the resultant lack of clarity hinders their growth. And why is why important? Because companies used to talk about mission statement, what you do. But as Simon Sinek, who wrote the bestseller Start With Why, says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Your why is the purpose, cause, or belief that inspires you to do what you do. And when you think, act, and communicating, starting with why, you can inspire others. Figuring out why you do something makes it easier for you and those you work with to find fulfillment in doing it. And when you see the value in what you're doing or offering, it becomes easier for your customers to buy into that cause. So knowing your why gives you a filter to make choices. Your vision statement aims to clarify your ideal future state for the business. The point of a vision statement isn't to spend hours fine-tuning detailed plans for how you intend on achieving the next chapter of your business. Instead, think of a vision statement as an opportunity to harness your inspiration, passion, and aspirations for the long-term business you are building. So we're living in an era of constant disruption, innovation, and uncertainty surrounding what's next. Thanks to this challenging climate, trying to hone your predictions about the future of your business can be a bit daunting. So in the past, historical performance served as a strong reference point in planning for the long term. However, companies are now finding that to remain competitive, they must lean into more anticipatory thinking to protect themselves from market changes, including rising expectations and revolutionary consumer behavior. So while it's critical that you consider the risk landscape as you develop your vision and plans for the future, try not to leap your future-facing concerns. Don't let them limit your creativity. This part of the process is intended to be exciting. This is your chance to think about transformation and the road ahead. This is not about hard numbers, but about what you want to be. So to be known as, or to be the top three of, or to be recognized as. And so why is vision important? Well, it serves as an opportunity framework. In situations where opportunity could dramatically shift the path you've outlined for your business, having a clear vision to turn to can be extremely helpful, serving as a focal point for the future. Your vision statement can help you work through the pros and cons of opportunities that present themselves so that you can determine the best course of action. So for example, let's say you were approached by a larger company about the potential of being acquired. That's a huge opportunity, but what will the outcome be? Will you have to relocate? Will you be forced to let go of employees? And will the outcome reflect the long-term plan you had for your business? And it's inspiring. An inspiring vision statement should inform a clear direction and priorities for the organisation while challenging team members to grow together. People want to make an impact. They want to know that the work they are doing is contributing to something larger, something meaningful. And to remain competitive, retain the top talent and build a strong team, it's important that your business defines a vision statement that illustrates a larger purpose and plan. This gives people something to grab onto and root their work in. And it helps employees envision a future with the company. Without a clear business plan for the future, it's often challenging for employees to imagine themselves remaining passionate and motivated enough to stick around. And when that uncertainty starts to set in, it can start to derail everything. So how do you create a vision statement? Well, this exercise is best done with your top team, but do it yourself to try it out. First, get in a forward-thinking mindset. Think about what are you going to do when the things that are working for you now stop working? Or if they continue working and ultimately begin to work better, what will the outcome of those advancements look like? What type of products or services might interrupt you in the marketplace? What types of growing pains are you going to experience if you scale the company? How many additional resources will you anticipate needing to get where you want to go? And why is this vision the best outcome? Who benefits and how? Secondly, define your SMART goals. It's helpful to start with a framework for goal setting: SMART, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely. So for example, what will the revenue size of the organisation be at that point? And this focuses you to ground your goals in reality while providing the flexibility to push yourself to achieve more. Then thirdly, edit and refine. When you're dreaming about the future ideal state of your business, it's easy for the list of aspirations to snowball, and this is a good thing. This means that you're generally investing in taking your business to new heights. However, for your vision to be both actionable and impactful, it's important that you carefully refine it based on priorities and feedback. Cut goals that you don't feel you are properly set to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years and save them for a vision statement revision down the line. The beauty of your vision statement is that it can and should be constantly evolving as you begin to make progress. And if some tips for crafting your vision statement: project 5 to 10 years into the future. Dream big and focus on success. Make it actionable and impactful. And use the present tense. Use clear and concise jargon-free language. Infuse it with passion and emotion, and align it with your business values and goals. And always remember what Bill Gates said: most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. And here's some vision statement examples for some of the most successful organizations on the planet. You might want to use these as a reference by taking a screenshot in the replay of a video. So here's your action items for today's training. Schedule some time with your top team. Let me just stop the clock, as we're nearly there. Have a go at drafting a first version vision statement for your business. And if you want to have a look at Summit Scale business growth model using timeless business fundamentals and practical tools so that you have a proven business growth model to scale your business for sustainable, profitable growth, you can go to summitleader.com and the Book a Chat with Shane page and book a time that we can speak. So, day 2 tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to determine and set the immediate priorities to make that vision a reality. I'll show you a step-by-step process for determining your priorities over the next 90 days. Go well, everyone. Cheers.